key value. Thanks. So what are the iteration on the loops in the JavaScript? So iteration on the loop in the sense it is a repeated block of a code multiple times. So if our code is block of a code is repeating multiple times, so we will call it as iteration or a loop. So we having for loop, while loop, do while loop, for in loop, for of loop, and so many. So here I'm gonna discuss about the for loop. For loop in a sense it execute a block of code a number of times. So for example, for let I is equals to 1, I is lesser than or equals to 3, I plus plus. So it will console.log I. So if the I is equals to 1, I is lesser than 3 or equals to 3, so it will print. So what in the value? So we have 1, 2, it will print to 3. So coming to while loop, so it runs as long as the condition is true. Until the condition is true, so it will run. So for example, let I is equals to 1 while I is lesser than 3. Until I is lesser than or equals to 3, so it will print and it will increment. Okay. So first I is equals to 1, yeah, it will print and it will increment. Then the I value will be 2. So then it check like that if I got the output 1 to 3. So do while loop. So executes at least once, then check the condition. So first it will print, then it will check the condition. So for example, if I is equals to 1, so it will first print, then it will do increment, check whether 2 is greater than or equals to 3, yes. So next I will be 2, then check, I'll print the 2, then I plus plus it will be 3, it will check 3 is lesser than or equals to 3, yes. So like that it will go. So next for in loop. Use it to loop through keys of an object. So as I told earlier, so let key in person like that. So here is the example. So this is the example which I usually previously explained in the object. So let us move on to break statement. Break statement in the sense it will stop or terminate the loop completely. So in a sense, we for example we have for let I is equals to 1, I is lesser than or equals to 5, I plus plus. So if I equals to 3, then break. So if the condition matches, so it will break and it will move out of the execution. So next continue statement, skip the current iteration of the loop and move on to the next. So here, if the condition is met, it will skip that and the next part of the iteration, it will continue until the condition is met. So loop backward in a sense, going backward. So in a sense, if I want to print 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the backward, so I can just do if I is equals to number dot length minus 1. So in the sense, if I is equals to number, we having the length 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus 1 in the sense, it will come to the we having I is equal to 4. I which will come here in the index. So then I is lesser until I is equals to 0, it will print and it will do the decrement, like it will go back and it will print the value. For example, here I am having number dot length which is 5 minus 1. So I is equals to 4. I is lesser than or equals to 0. Yes. I'm printing the value. So which is 5 like that. And then it will do the increment. So I am going to the next. I am going backward. Next loop inside a loop, nothing but a nested loop. So for I is equals to 1, it is a loop inside a loop. So here we have the example of for loop inside a for loop. You can see that. So moving on to